Now, one of the great wine merchants of the past century, Georges Duboeuf, has died at the age of 86. He is credited as the man who turned the red wine, Beaujolais Nouveau, that was once a little-known French product, into a global phenomenon. Duboeuf was nicknamed the Pope of Beaujolais. Well, we can talk more about this and Duboeuf's influence. I'm joined by wine expert James Ward. He is in Wentworth in the north of England. James, welcome to you. Thanks very much for being with us. So how did Georges Duboeuf turn Beaujolais into one of the most famous wines in the world?
Well, he would probably say he was in the right place at the right time, as he was quite modest. But he had a bit of a flair for marketing, basically. And I think when you have pride in your region and pride in what you do, and you have that little bit of business savvy, you know, anything is possible. And that's kind of what he did. He created a buzz around Beaujolais, and he created Beaujolais Nouveau Day, which is celebrated kind of not just in France, but around the world. And it kind of helped give a little emphasis on this one product and it was a celebration of it. So I think that went a long way to helping the recognition for Beaujolais wine.
But he literally got on his bike, didn't he, selling these bottles from his family estate?
Yeah, I mean, he was, even before that, his family were creating wine for centuries. And even at the age of 6, he would work in the vineyard with his family, quite cutely cranking the grape masher. So he's always had these kind of modest and humble beginnings, and it was almost romantic how he used to get on his bike to his and deliver to his customers, and it's almost quite poetic how he managed to turn that sort of innocence and romanticism into kind of what Beaujolais Nouveau and Beaujolais wine is today.
Now, I have to admit, as I'm not a red wine drinker, I've never actually had any Beaujolais Nouveau. I imagine you have, as you're an expert on these things. What's it actually like? Because some wine critics are a bit snobbish about it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And to be honest, I think it's a bit unjust because Beaujolais Nouveau is a wine that has to be or should be drunk young. It's literally bottled between 6 and 8 weeks after harvest. And what that does is, in my opinion, it gives winemakers an instant return on their hard work. Because when you are a winemaker, you have to, a lot of time invest a lot of time into the development of your product. Whereas this kind of helps them give a new, just get an instant return. In terms of what it tastes like, it's fun. It's a fun drink. It's lively. It's a young red wine. Normally is very fruity, so expect hints of strawberry, bit of banana, and quite weirdly like a pear drop. And it's full of acidity. It's really easy to drink. So when people are a bit snobbish about it, I think it's a bit unfair because you can't really compare it to any other wine. You can't compare it to a Fleury, which is from the Beaujolais region, because it's just not had that time or the same time aging. So yeah, it's a fun drink, and I love it because I accept it for what it is.
All right, well, you've sold it to me. I'll have to give it a go now that you've given it such a good sell. Really good to talk to you, James Ward. Thanks for telling us a bit more about Beaujolais Nouveau and the man behind it.